Nobody's ever talked to her, and that she's never been interviewed anywhere. And now, understand, I'm not talking about one person. What I just told you applies to 7 people. In this business, the star is the commodity. These are real people, real lives. When you see things happen and you don't have all of the information.
Beyonce's really not helping Chloe's project or Chloe's album.
I think Beyonce should post because that's her artist, but Beyonce isn't obligated.
In a shocking turn of events, comedian Katt Williams has thrown himself into the lion's den by leaking footage that claims to expose Beyonce as Hollywood's biggest handler. After targeting heavyweights like Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart, Katt's boldness knows no bounds as he sets his sights on one of the most iconic figures in music history. Intriguingly, in a recent interview, Katt hinted at the dark underbelly of the music industry, suggesting that Beyoncé's seemingly flawless career might have a more sinister side. But is he prepared for the inevitable backlash from the Beehive? Could this be the end of Beyoncé's reign as the queen of pop, or will she emerge unscathed once again? The risks are sky-high, but Katt has never been one to back down from speaking his mind. Consequences be damned. Join us as we explore what Katt Williams leaked footage about Beyonce. But before that, don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's ride on. By now, you probably know that Katt Williams has been on a relentless mission to uncover the truth. If you hadn't heard, well, either you've been living under a rock or you're just not paying attention. Recently, he's shifted his focus from roasting people like Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer to taking on bigger names in the music industry, particularly Beyonce. Beyonce, the music industry's queen bee, has always been seen as a shining star, the epitome of success. However, according to Williams, there might be more to her story than meets the eye. He suggests that she may have played a ruthless game to reach the top, leaving a trail of crushed competitors in her wake. Back in the day when R&B ruled the airwaves, Beyoncé emerged as a standout artist. Despite fierce competition, she rose to the top, dazzling everyone with her talent and beauty. But Williams hints that her success might have come at a cost, that she might have sabotaged her rivals along the way. Lately, Williams has been digging deep into the dark secrets of celebrities, and Beyoncé is in his crosshairs. He believes that her status as an untouchable icon has shielded her from scrutiny, allowing her to get away with things that others couldn't. The spotlight is now on Beyoncé, and Williams is determined to uncover the truth, no matter where it leads. Katt Williams is known for his rebellious spirit, always challenging the status quo. Now, he's taken his fight against Hollywood to Beyoncé's doorstep. What makes these stories of sacrifice intriguing is that Williams isn't the first to raise concerns about such practices in Hollywood. Given Beyoncé's immense influence, it's not surprising that his claims have caused quite a stir, with some in disbelief and others accusing him of seeking attention. But here's the thing, Katt is no stranger to controversy. Throughout his life in the spotlight, he's been called out numerous times. While some have labeled him as crazy or a drug addict, one thing everyone agrees on is that he's not a liar. So, what does this say about Beyoncé? Is she truly the person she portrays herself to be? Over the years, Beyoncé has been a dominant force in the music industry. From singing with her friends at just 9 years old to becoming a global icon, her influence knows no bounds. Now, as one half of one of Hollywood's most powerful couples, alongside Jay-Z, they wield immense influence, rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in various industries, including politics. Beyoncé has become the gold standard for success in the music industry, serving as a role model for aspiring artists. However, it appears that those who helped propel her to stardom may not have been entirely truthful about who she is behind the scenes. This is where Katt Williams comes in. Beyond his comedy, Katt is known for blowing the whistle on the industry, shedding light on its hidden truths. Recently, he's been on a roll speaking out about the industry's secrets. In a recent interview, Katt emphasized that lies will always be exposed, hinting at a deeper truth behind the glamour of the entertainment world. He believes that many events in the industry, such as the infamous Will Smith and Chris Rock incident or Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction, are orchestrated for the benefit of a select few.
Will Smith, Chris Rock, you watch that, what do you think? How do you digest it?
I am in the production business. I understand what is worth doing for ratings. I understand what is worth doing when the industry is canceling one Black guy. I know what happens when they are going to elevate another. And I know what happens when they don't care about either of you.
For instance, Katt pointed out the striking similarity between Beyonce and Amerie's careers. Amerie, despite facing challenges from a conservative background, managed to break into the music industry and achieve success. However, her career took a downturn, which Katt suggests may have been influenced by Beyoncé's rise. This raises questions about the true nature of success in the industry and the lengths some may go to maintain their status. Amerie faced challenges when working on her second album in 2004. Seeking help from producer Rich Harrison, known for his work with J.Lo and Beyonce, who had previously helped her on her first album, All I Have. Harrison and his team quickly produced the lead single for the second album, One Thing, in just 2 to 3 hours. The track was immediately sent to Amerie's label, Columbia. Despite initial enthusiasm, Columbia was not impressed. They wanted bigger choruses and asked for improvements to the song. Amerie and Harrison worked tirelessly for 6 months to perfect the track, but the label kept rejecting their efforts. Frustrated, Amerie decided to leak the song to radio stations instead. However, Columbia attempted to sabotage the single's release as J.Lo was preparing to release her album with a similar sound. Eventually, One Thing received the official release it deserved, and Amerie moved on to other projects. However, fans and internet detectives began to notice similarities between Beyoncé's Crazy in Love and Amerie's One Thing and Why Don't We Fall in Love. In an MTV interview, Beyoncé attributed the success of Crazy in Love to its horn hook, which had a go-go feel and an old-school feel. This led to speculation that Beyoncé may have drawn inspiration from Amerie's sound. The resemblance between the two songs, along with Beyoncé's acknowledgement of Amerie's influence, sparked debate among fans. Some believed that Beyoncé had taken inspiration from Amerie, while others argued that it was merely a coincidence. Regardless, the similarities between the two tracks remain a topic of discussion among music enthusiasts. The Beehive quickly came to Beyoncé's defense, claiming that Crazy in Love was released before One Thing. However, let's take a step back. Rich Harrison, Amerie's original producer, actually had Crazy in Love before he began working with Beyoncé. This raises the question, who had the song first? Just because a song hits the airwaves first doesn't mean it was created first. Amerie's sound may have been borrowed long before Beyoncé released Crazy in Love. It's like a complex game of musical chairs with careers at stake. Beyoncé's father, Matthew Knowles, was allegedly calling the shots behind the scenes. Rich Harrison revealed that he had Crazy in Love ready to go but was waiting for the right moment to release it. Translation: they were holding back strategically to ensure everything was perfect. Fans also noticed similarities between Beyoncé and Amerie's music. Many still listen to Amerie's music today, appreciating her voice and style. Some believe that Beyoncé and J.Lo copied Amerie's sound, dance moves, and style. Amerie's hit single One Thing bears a striking resemblance to Crazy in Love. It seems like Amerie was trying to reclaim a sound that was originally hers. After these incidents, Amerie stepped away from the music industry. This has led to speculation that Beyoncé may have played a role in Amerie's decision to leave music behind. While it might seem like a one-time occurrence, there have been other instances where people's careers have taken a hit, with Beyoncé somehow linked to their downfall. If you're not familiar with sisters Chloe and Halle Bailey from their various shows and movies, you might still recognize their angelic voices. However, even their exceptional talent couldn't protect them from what some call the Beyoncé curse. While there are many teen singing sensations on YouTube, Chloe and Halle stood out so much that they caught the attention of none other than Beyoncé herself. Chloe first crossed paths with Beyoncé in 2003 when she played a younger version of Beyoncé's character in The Fighting Temptations. Later, both sisters were signed to Beyoncé's Parkwood Entertainment Management Company and have been under her guidance ever since. Their success, often dubbed as Beyoncé 2.0, is a testament to their talent and hard work. Despite their achievements, Chloe and Halle's journey has been far from smooth. Some fans believe that Beyoncé is to blame. For example, when Chloe dropped her debut album, In Pieces, last year, it didn't sell as well as expected, with only 10,000 album units sold. Fans took to social media to criticize Beyoncé for not promoting the album or giving Chloe a feature. Some critics speculate that Beyoncé may have intentionally limited the reach and sales of Chloe's album to prevent her from overshadowing Beyoncé herself. They question Beyoncé's motives for signing Chloe and suggest that it may have been for appearance rather than genuine support for her career. Despite these challenges, Chloe and Hal have continued to make strides in both music and acting. They have been nominated for 4 Grammys and have individually found success in acting. It seems that Beyoncé might be doing more than just limiting people's opportunities. While one instance could be a coincidence and 2 could be seen as hindering someone else's success, a pattern of 3 times starts to look intentional. This brings us to the 3rd installment of Beyoncé's questionable history of causing people to suddenly disappear from the spotlight. One of these instances involved Azelia Banks, a rapper known for holding grudges. She has been calling out Beyoncé for years, most recently just a few months ago. Azelia is no stranger to controversy, often sharing harsh opinions about Hollywood and the music industry. She has beefed with several A-listers and considers Beyoncé to be her rival. When asked about Beyoncé's Renaissance tour on Instagram, Azelia didn't hold back. She expressed her disinterest in seeing Beyoncé perform, comparing it to a cabaret featuring Jay-Z and Blue Ivy. Azelia criticized Beyoncé for allegedly stifling other Black female artists while being too afraid to confront Adele. She also accused Beyoncé of not properly compensating Black women who write her songs. This isn't the first time Azelia has called out Beyoncé. In 2022, she accused Beyoncé of trying to erase her contributions to house music after Beyoncé released a single that tapped into the house music genre. Azelia's feud with Beyoncé seems to run deep, and she doesn't shy away from expressing her disdain. While the media often sensationalizes these conflicts, it's clear that Azelia Banks has strong feelings about Beyoncé and believes that Beyoncé has not treated her or other artists fairly. Whether these claims hold any truth is up for debate. But it's clear that Azelia's grievances with Beyoncé are long-standing and deeply rooted. In June 2022, Azelia Banks, known for her involvement in house music, took to her Instagram to express her frustrations. She started by sharing a quote from a Metro UK article alleging that Beyoncé used Azelia's music, among others, to brainstorm for her records. The quote praised the thriving Black writers and DJs in the dance scene, mentioning names like Miss Jam, David Asante, M. Camille, and early Azelia Banks. The quote implies that Beyoncé brainstormed with 6 people to create records similar to Azelia's early work. Azelia then shared an audio clip of herself venting about Beyoncé's alleged attempt to overshadow her. She accused Beyoncé of trying to erase her from her narrative, describing the situation as weird and creepy. Azelia questioned Beyoncé's intentions, suggesting that Beyoncé was trying to make her music seem vintage or less relevant. She expressed frustration that Beyoncé seemed to be ignoring her recent releases and her versatility as an artist. Azelia went on to criticize Beyoncé for not including her in the narrative of artists making significant contributions to house, dance, and electronic music. She accused Beyoncé of being sneaky and trying to erase her contributions from these genres. Azelia expressed disbelief that Beyoncé seemed to be watching her every move and accused her of being a joke. Azelia's strong words suggest that she believes Beyoncé has a pattern of stealing from different creatives to elevate herself in the music industry. While these claims may seem far-fetched to some, Azelia's passionate response indicates that she feels strongly about being overlooked and overshadowed by Beyoncé. Whether there is any truth to these allegations is up for debate, but Azelia's words shed light on the complex dynamics of the music industry and the competition among artists to be recognized for their work. This is exactly what Katt Williams meant when he said things in the industry might not always be what they seem. Speaking of Williams, the comedian has recently dropped some names that he believes are shady characters and will face consequences this year. All these big shots are in hot water in 2024, whether it's Diddy, T.G. Jacks, or anyone else. Did you catch Katt mentioning Diddy as one of these shady characters? Well, guess who's been hanging out with Diddy for years? Beyoncé herself. It's not exactly breaking news that Diddy and Jay-Z are tight. They've been buddies since their early days in the music industry. But here's the kicker. Diddy has been surrounded by controversy for years, from accusations of shady dealings to making artists do unspeakable things for money. With Beyoncé being around for all of this, why has she stayed silent? Now, if you hadn't heard yet, Diddy's life might be taking a turn. Breaking news. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is facing a lawsuit from R&B singer Cassie. She claims to have been in a years-long relationship with Diddy, which allegedly involved abuse. This revelation adds another layer to the already murky waters surrounding Diddy and his connections. It makes you wonder what else might come to light about the people in his circle, including Beyonce. In November, singer Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, filed a federal lawsuit against her ex-partner Diddy, alleging physical and emotional abuse during their relationship. You might be wondering why Beyoncé's name keeps popping up in all of this. Well, besides her husband's close ties to Diddy, Beyoncé has a history with him. The singer collaborated with Diddy years ago in 2003. In their collaboration, Beyoncé celebrates finding true love, with Diddy expressing his love for her and promising her a summertime adventure, including a search for precious gems. This collaboration, released on vinyl as the B-side to their hit Crazy in Love, received praise for its breezy, danceable vibe. Beyoncé has spoken about Summertime being one of her favorite songs early in her career. She included it in her setlists for the Dangerously in Love tour in 2003 and the Verizon Ladies First tour in 2004. These details hint at a relationship between Beyoncé and Diddy, at least at the time of the collaboration. If Diddy was someone Beyoncé chose to collaborate closely with, it could say a lot about her character. It's interesting to consider how these connections in the music industry reveal different aspects of the artists' lives and relationships. What do you think about these connections and their implications? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Then, check out the next video if you don't know that Lil' Kim finally speaks out against Diddy's scary rise to fame. And don't forget to subscribe. Guys, see you in the next video.